everybody, Rose Coleman popping in. It is Friday and I'm so excited to be back in my stamp room. My husband and I got back from the Alaska cruise and it was absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you all enough, my customers, my team members, for supporting me and being so loyal to me and helping me along with my business and making it possible for us to go on that trip. It was absolutely dreamy. Today I have, hi Catherine. I'm a little bit early, a couple minutes early. I thought I'd pop on and make sure that everything was all good. Hi Camilla. Today I want to share with you, when we go on the cruise, you can sign up to be a part of a swap. And what that means is you make a card, and then for these swaps, we were in groups of 25, but we had to make an additional one for Stampin' Up to have. And they put that on a display board for everybody to take pictures of. So I participated in the swap, and I don't think I got a chance to share my card with you before I left. So I thought that would be a great card to do today for Facebook Friday. And it's a different fold. So it's not just a card folded in half, it's a different fold, and you'll see when I flip the camera how to make that fold. So, hi Tanya. So let's get started. I do have a little bit of a head cold. I hope I don't sound too nasally. I'm feeling a bit better today, but I do have my tissues and my water next to me. So the only thing I'm worried about is if I start coughing, because that's going to be a really bad thing. I get these little coughing fits and I can't stop. So if I have to stop the video, I apologize. I'll come back and finish it. So instead of you listening to me cough the whole time. Okay, let's get started. Actually, before I start, let's do the draw for all the people that shared my video from last time. I hope you checked out my YouTube channel, because I did do a birthday card on there last Friday. That was the day we got off the cruise ship, so I didn't have a live video, of course, but I did do a video on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check out my YouTube channel, if you've never been there, just go onto YouTube and search up my name, Rose Marie Coleman, and you'll find me on there. Okay, so here we go. We were doing the draw for the faceted gems, the clear faceted gems from last time. So I got all the names in my little bucket here. So I'll do the draw now. The first winner is Colleen Winter. Congratulations, Colleen. And the second winner is Tanya. Yay, Tanya. So these adhesives, these are super fun. They have the adhesives, the rhinestones, faceted gems. They have the adhesive on the back, so you can use those to bling up your projects and make them really pretty. All right, ladies, congratulations. Now this week I was trying to figure out what can I offer as my gift for people who share for the draw. And I thought I'm gonna go with some stamp sets. So I have some retired stamp sets that are gently used. Still good sets though that you can use in your stamping. So I have That's the Tag, this stamp set here. And I also have Love and Affection. Okay, so these are photopolymer stamps. Yeah, they're both photopolymer. So I can pop those into a envelope and send them anywhere across Canada. So if you want to hit the share button at the bottom of my video today and share this so that more people get to see it and experience what Stampin' Up's all about, then I will reward you by putting you in the draw next week. Okay, so I'll put those back here for a second. And now I think I'm ready to get started. I'll flip the camera down so you can see what I'm going to show you today. And we'll get started on that fun fold card. Okay, here we go. Now I'm hoping that it does not flip on me. Let me know if I go sideways, because that is really bad. I don't want to be sideways. I need to be straight. Oh, thanks, Liz. Hi, Valerie. I'm just going to lower this down. Sometimes my kids like to play with this camera mount. My daughter actually, she used it one time to film herself making a recipe that she found on Pinterest. I thought it was so adorable. So you just never know, right? Kids are watching. They watch what you do and they put their own spin on it. And she saw that I had this fun camera mount, and sometimes she changes my adjustments on it. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so a fun fold. Let me start with the stamp set that we're going to play with today. So we're going to play with a stamp set on page 116 of the catalog. It's called Sunny Days. I'm not sure if you can see it there. This stamp set is so fun for summer. Look at the cute little lemonade stand. As soon as I saw this, I fell in love. I was like, oh my God, I had to have this one. So there's all kinds of inspirational quotes in here. Wishing you success and only the best. Make your dreams happen. You can do hard things. Like, I love this one. You can do hard things. Like, a lot of people are going through hard things. A lot of people are trying new things that are challenging, especially if you have kids in university or school, and you want to give them good wishes. Wouldn't that be fun just to stamp that image and put it, or that greeting, and put it in someone's lunch bag if they're having a particularly hard day. Also, I fell in love with this set because of the little images for summer, like the lemonade and the fruit. My stand's in the way, I'm trying to show you here. So we've got like the sun and the flower and the strawberries and the watermelon. So anyway, this stamp set is going to be, I'm going to be using this one quite a bit. So let me show you what I'm going to do with it. I have a piece of crumb cake. So my base of my card is going to be crumb cake. And usually I'm going to bring in my paper cutter, and I'm going to show you how I cut the cardstock. Let me just slide these markers over to the side for a second so I can get this in the screen. So with the paper cutter, what I want to do is bring my full piece of crumb cake in, and I'm going to line it up at the 5.5 mark. Now this is how we usually make a card. We just take our cardstock and we cut it in half, and then we get 2 pieces of cardstock and we can make 2 cards out of a sheet. So I'm just going to make one on camera. So I'll take this piece, and just want to show you a little feature with the paper cutter. I'm not sure if you're aware. The paper cutter has an arm, okay, where the blade and the scoring blade fits, and it actually can pop out. It has these 2 little notches, and you can just pull it out, okay? So what I did was, I have to cut my cardstock a certain way. So I need, this dark gray color is the cutting blade, okay? And the other one up here, this tan color, is the scoring blade. So I'm just push the scoring blade out of the way. The scoring blade. So the cutting blade, I want my paper, I need to be able to, I just turn it over to show you the blade. See if you can see the blade. I want that blade to pierce my cardstock at 1 inch, and then I want to pull the blade all the way back to 5.25. Now the increments on this arm, you can't see them against the white background, so I just cut myself a little piece of sticky note and stuck on here so that I can see through the clear and I can read my increments a little bit better, okay? So that's what I did. I put the sticky notes on there just as a little, because I had to make 26 of these cards, so you know I needed it to go pretty smooth, and not be able to struggle to see. So you can see through with the sticky note there. So now what I want to do, this card is called a side step card. So you have a panel, and then there's a side panel, and you'll see in a minute when I go ahead and do this. So what you want to do is take your cardstock and you want to put it into your paper cutter, and you're going to line up the long edge with the 2 3/4 inch mark. Now I'm going to close my arm down, and that blade, I have it lined up at the 1 inch. So when I close it and I press, I'm piercing the cardstock at 1 inch. And now I'm going to pull that blade back to the 5 1/4 inch. Okay, and I'm just going to lift. So now what I've done is I've made a track, I've made a cut from 1 inch to 5 1/4 with that side, of course, lined up at 2 3/4. So now I'm done with all the cutting. That's it for cutting. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take my cardstock, sorry, just have to blow my nose here a little bit, sorry. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to take my cardstock and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees so that cut line, the short end, is right here. I'm going to line that up on the 1 inch side over here, okay? And I'm going to score, I'm going to use a light color blade. This is not a cutting blade, it's a scoring blade. So I'm going to score that all the way back to the cut line, okay? I'm just going to show you close up. So that's a score line. That's my first one. So I need one at 1 inch, and I also need one at 2 inch. And the easiest way I find to do that is to take this score line now and line it back up with that 1 inch line. So I'm going to line that up there. And now I'm going to score again back to the cut line. Okay, I'm just going to show you a close up again. So I have a score line at 1 inch and another one at 2 inch. Okay, so then the last score line I need to do is right here at the top of my cut line, which is 3 1/4. So I'm going to line up the edge of my cardstock at 3 1/4, and then I know this is going to be lined up perfectly. So coming back in here, I'm going to score right at the top, right to that cut line. So here are my 3 score lines, 1 inch, 2 inch, and then this one is from the edge, it's actually 5 1/4. Okay, so that's it. That's all I need to do for this special fold. Now, this is the fun part. This is how the card comes together. So you want to fold on this crease line. So I'm going to squeeze right here at the top like this. And then this line down here comes up and that one goes back. Okay? Now, you notice there's no score line up here. And that's the beauty of this card, is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on my paper and I'm just going to bring in my bone folder. So this is just a little, mine is really dirty, but it still works. This is just stain from ink. So I'm going to bring my bone folder in and I'm just going to score along the top of that line. Okay, so this is the way my card is going to look. Okay, it's called a side step. So you've got a panel here and you've got a little side, and then there's another panel just slightly behind it. Okay, so that's the base of my card. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring in some pieces of paper now, designer series paper and cardstock, and I'm going to show you the measurements. So I wanted to play with the in colors, so I used, just reaching for my pad here, the 6x6 designer series paper from the our new in colors, so the 2018 to 2020 colors. Okay, you can tell that I hoard all my pieces, because sometimes for a card you only need a little piece. So we have all the colors in here. So the first panel that I want to show you is, this is the lovely lipstick, and I've cut it at 2.5 by 3 1/4. Now that piece is going to go right here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stick that right on. So it's 2.5 by 3 1/4. Just add some snail adhesive, and I'm going to put that right on this side. And I'll get rid of that measurement. The other piece of designer series paper is the pineapple punch, and I've cut this one. It's a square, 2.5 by 2.5. And that one is going to go on this side of my card, so I'll go ahead and put that down. I can go ahead and safely put these pieces down because this is not stamping. So whenever I stamp pieces, I like to do that separately, and then, because if I make a mistake, I can always cut a new one. But once it's stuck on your card, you're pretty much committed. So that's it for designer series paper. Now the other parts that I need are the parts to stamp on. So my layer that's going on this side measures 2 1/4 by 3 inches, and that I'm going to do some stamping on that one. And then I have another piece of cardstock that's going to sit right down here on my card, and it measures 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 inch. Okay, so that's where I'm going to do my stamping. I also have a piece of scrap white. I'll show you in a second why I need that. And I have some scrap lovely lipstick. Okay, so let's get started on the stamping. Okay, so this stamp set, like I was saying, has a lot of different fun greetings. So this one, you can do hard things. I'm going to use that on my card, and I'm also going to use the lemonade stand. I'm going to do some coloring. Okay, so what should we do first? Let's just get the long piece out of the way. So I've got my stamp mounted on here. I'm going to use Memento ink, and I'm going to ink this up and make sure I'm not stamping it. Well, even if I did stamp it upside down, it doesn't matter because I could just flip it over. That's the beauty of not putting your card together until you've got all your stamping the way you want it. So I'm just going to stamp this right onto my little piece here, like that. And I'll just set that aside for a second. Now I want to stamp my lemonade stand. So I've got my lemonade stand here. I'm just going to, when it's a big stamp, sometimes I like to lay it down and ink it from the top. So I'm just going to ink that with my Memento from the top, just tapping it around. And then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to stamp straight down and straight up. No rocking. There we go. So there's my little lemonade stand. Now, to color the lemonade stand, I'm going to bring in all kinds of different markers. So I'm going to use a combination of blends and Stampin' Write markers to color this fun image in. And it goes pretty fast. Let's see, what did I do first? First, I wanted to do the ground, okay, underneath the lemonade stand. So I used light crumb cake for the ground. So I'm just gonna quickly add a little bit of crumb cake on the bottom. And I kind of thought when I was doing this that it kind of looked like sand. You know, this could be a lemonade stand on a beach or something. So there's some crumb cake. And then I have the dark crumb cake. I'm gonna use that to color in the boards on my lemonade stand. So just quickly, just go right across here like that. And then there's a little bit of the boards sticking out on the side, so I'm just going to ink those up. And then these poles that are holding up the flag, I thought I wanted to use a bit of a darker color, so I'm bringing in the bronzer. I'm just going to quickly go down and do those little poles. There we go. And now I wanted to tie in all the colors from the in colors because I'm using those on my card. So from the in color package, I'm going to use the Pineapple Punch, Lovely Lipstick, and the Call Me Clover. So let's do the flag first. So I'm going to use Pineapple Punch up here on my flag. I'm just going to alternate the colors. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think I'm close enough. Okay, so let's do, so there's my Pineapple Punch, Lovely Lipstick, and there's a little flower in the vase. While I have the Lovely Lipstick in my hand, I might as well ink up my little flower. And what else? Call Me Clover. I'm going to use the sharp point because, as you know, our Stampin' Write markers, you get a sharp journaling end, and you also get the larger felt tip end, okay? So I also have Cajun Craze because that planter, the little flower pot, I'm going to ink that up with Cajun Craze. What else do I have? Oh, Lemon Lime Twist marker. I thought this little picture, we could ink up put some lime slices in our lemonade. That's always fun. And then finally, I have my Daffodil Delight light blends that I'm going to ink up the actual lemonade in the pitcher. And then in the glass, I might as well just ink up the lemonade. So that's my coloring. This stamp set has a little cute little sunshine. So I have my Pineapple Punch ink pad. Just going to open that up. Got my sunshine right here. I'm going to ink that and stamp it in the corner, and I'll bring back my Pineapple Punch marker and I'll just color in the inside of the sunshine. And that's my image. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put some snail on there. And where's my card? Okay, bring back my card, and I'll go ahead, put this down. That's done. And I might as well put my greeting, my You Can Do Hard Things, because that's done. Stick that down the bottom, just like this. There we go. So now I just have this panel to finish off. So for that one, I wanted to use the saying, wishing you sunny days ahead, okay? So I'm gonna bring in Memento and my scrap white. I'm gonna stamp that on my scrap white. This is a little bit of a, there we go. Oh, gotta ink it up real good. That's okay. So there we go. Stamp, yeah, there we go. That's nice and dark, I like that. So I'm gonna bring in my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm gonna come in, and this greeting just fits, but that's fine. Pop that out. And I really like that little sunshine. I kind of want to do a little bit more stamping with that one. So I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to put one here and one over here and one at the top. And so now I'm done with my Pineapple Punch. I can close that. Close my Memento. Always fun, always good to get rid of the ink, and so you don't want to put your hands in there. So now I'm just going to bring back my pineapple punch marker and ink up those sunshines, make those pop. And now all I need is a layer to mat this on. So I have my, what is this punch called? Starburst punch, and some lovely lipstick cardstock. And I'm just going to mount that onto the lovely lipstick like this. And of course we have to have dimensionals, make things pop. So I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to this piece and pull off the wax paper at the back. And this can go on my side panel, just like that. Now, no card is complete without an embellishment. So I used my lovely lipstick ribbon, this ribbon here, and I made a bow. And I stuck it down on the glue dot. Do you guys do that? Go ahead and make bows, and then you can just stick them on your glue dots, and then they're ready to go. Now, I don't have my paper piercer in front of me, but that's okay. I'll just lift this off with my fingers, and I'm going to put that right down here on the bottom, on the corner of my card. So there's my card with the fun fold. It still fits in an envelope. It still measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it'll still fit in a regular envelope, but it's just a fun fold. And you can do this fun fold for all kinds of different, it can be a birthday, you could put a birthday cake here and your greeting here, or vice versa. You can use it for Christmas or any occasion. So, and it still opens, so you can cut yourself a panel and put here, and you can sign and do an inside greeting or whatever. So I love doing different types of folds. So this was my swap card for the cruise. So I hope you like it. And I'm going to flip you around here and say thank you for watching me. Thanks for coming back. I am so excited to be back in my stamp room, and I have thanks, Camilla. I still have your ink pad. I will bring it with me. I will be seeing you very soon. I have some awesome stuff to share with you, because I think before I went live on this video, the doorbell rang and it was FedEx, okay? But I didn't go up because I was just about to hit start on this video. And I have these. This is part of my FedEx order. My FedEx order includes stuff from this holiday catalog, which I can share with you, by the way. And I have these catalogs. So if you would like a copy of this catalog, which goes live September 5th, let me know and I'll send you one, okay? Because this is chock full of amazing, absolutely amazing Christmas and holiday stuff that's coming up this fall. So I would definitely want to get this in your hands so you can start looking at it and drooling over it like I am. So thanks for joining me today for Facebook Friday, and stay tuned because I will have a lot more coming up, and a lot more new things to share that's coming in September, new classes, new clubs, and I also have information about my fall retreat, which I will be posting on my blog. So lots of things coming up, and I just want to share everything with you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.